Welcome to the virtual 19th ASEAN ORL HNS Congress in conjunction with 11 Indonesia ORL HNS Scientific Meeting. All crew stand by in position. Let's get started in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Wabarakatuh. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, let's thank to God the Almighty who has given us healthy and blessings so we can gather in this happy place and time. Well, thank you very much for this opportunity today. It's a precious chance for me to be your master of ceremony on this very special occasion for the opening Virtual 19 ASEAN Otorhinolaryngology Head and Neck Surgery Congress in conjunction with the 11th Indonesian ORL HNS Scientific Meeting. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a round of applause for all of us today. Thank you very much. I would like to welcome the Honorable General Director of Directorate General of Health Service at Indonesia Ministry of Health, Professor Abdul Qadir MD, ORL HNS PhD. Honorable General Chair of the Indonesian Doctors Association, Dr. Daeng M. Fakih, SHMH, the President of ASEAN ORL HNS, Mr. Beritan MD ORL HNS, the Honorable President-elect of ASEAN ORL HNS Federation, Mr. Sukirman Sukin MD ORL HNS, the Chairwoman of Perhatika L Indonesia, Professor Jenny Bashiruddin MD ORL HNS PhD, and the Honorable Professor Farhad MD ORL HNS PhD as the Chairman of 19 ASEAN ORL HNS Congress in conjunction with the Indonesian 11th ORL HNS Scientific Meeting. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this Congress provides a great opportunity for prospective participants to share and update the knowledge in otorhinolaryngology, head and neck surgery, between experts, consultants, residents, and other health workers. As such, this meeting will feature presentation by 146 international speakers, which are cutting-edge session topics. Well, attendees who will respect start our event today begins with singing the national anthem of Republik Indonesia and will be continued with Mars Perhatika L. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand up. attendees are welcome to sit back, please. Ladies and gentlemen, the video that was shown previously is a collection of photos when the establishment of ASEAN ORL HNS that held in Medan. And it's an honor for Medan of Sumatra because this is the second time to chosen for the organizing committee. Therefore, as a welcome greeting, ladies and gentlemen, please accept the medley performance of North Sumatra ethnic song. Excellencies, participants, ladies and gentlemen, now we are going to listen to the welcoming speech delivered by the chairman of 19th ASEAN ORL HNS Congress, in conjunction with the 11th Indonesian Oral HNS Scientific Meeting. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Professor Farhat MD, Oral HNS PhD.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My honorable colleagues, hopefully we are still given health, safety, happiness, and can carry out our duties as well as possible. Medan was appointed as a committee for the 19th Asian Oral Highness Congress in conjunction with 11th Indonesian Oral Highness Scientific Meeting on October 21 to 23rd, 2021 with fully virtual platform. Under this decision, the 19th ASEAN Oral Highness Congress in conjunction with 11th Indonesian Oral Highness Scientific Meeting Committee carry out this mandate with full responsibility. The series of events consists of symposium, scientific presentation, and various workshops. In this event, there will be many topics present. The topic is related to minimally invasive surgery, the controversies and dilemma occurred in oncology, pharyngeal, otology, community ENT, neurootology, bronchoesophagology, maxillofacial plastic reconstruction, rhinology, allergy, immunology, and so on. Besides, it will also discuss various studies in molecular biology related to otolaryngology and head and neck surgery in the future. For this event, we report 41 sessions of symposium with 4 sessions of them are panel discussion, 3 sessions of keynote lecture, 4 sessions of plenary, 2 sessions of panel discussion, 3 sessions of lunch symposium, 14 sessions of accepted paper, and 12 sessions of free paper. Total of speakers are 230 speakers, with speakers from abroad consisting of speakers from Taiwan, India, Malaysia, Philippines, United States, Thailand, South Korea, Singapore, Spain, Italy, Myanmar, and from Vietnam. Total participants of this event are 1,242 participants. Experts from various countries will present to share knowledge, discuss and broaden insight regarding clinical application, and improve the latest skills and knowledge. It is hoped that this activity can open vast possibilities and opportunities to share ideas and collaborate to carry out research in the future. We sincerely hope that ORL Highness expert and student will attend to get a lot benefit from the topic discussed in this event. Welcome to all the participants of 19th ASEAN ORL Highness Congress in conjunction with 11th Indonesian ORL Highness Scientific Meeting. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Farhat, that has delighted in giving welcome to the audience. Ladies and gentlemen, in this Congress also provides virtual exhibition that you can access from our website. In there are 11 booths that will give you the special package only in this event, so grab it fast. Well, ladies and gentlemen, next the speech from Mr. Sukirman Sukin, MD ORL HNS, as President-elect of ASEAN ORL HNS Federation. Dr. Sukirman, time is yours.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Salam sejahtera untuk semuanya. Ladies and gentlemen, yang terhormat Bapak Menteri Kesehatan Republik Indonesia, Bapak Insinyur Budi Gunadi Sadikin, beserta jajaran Kementerian Kesehatan Pusat dan Sumatera Utara seluruhnya, Bapak Gubernur Sumatera Utara, Bapak Letjen Haji Edi Rahmayadi, dan jajaran Pemda Sumatera Utara, Bapak Rektor Universitas Sumatera Utara, Bapak Dr. Morianto Amin, dan jajaran Sivitas Akademika Universitas Sumatera yang saya hormati juga, Presiden IDI, Ikatan Dokter Indonesia, Indonesian Medical Association, Bapak Dr. Daeng M. Fakih, dan pengurus-pengurus IDI Sumatera Utara, Ketua Perhati KL, Ibu Profesor Dr. Jenny Basirudin, Ketua Kolegium Ilmu Kesehatan THTKL Indonesia, Ibu Dr. Tri Martani yang saya hormati, The Honorable President ASEAN ORL HNS Federation, Dr. Bariten, and all President ASEAN Society NTNH countries, the Honorable President Korean Society ORL NS, Professor Yang Sun Cho, and all distinguished speaker, ENT College Indonesia, ASEAN countries, and the last but not least, Profesor Dr. Farhad, SPTHTKL, sebagai as the Chairman of the ASEAN ORL NS Congress, and PIT 11 Perhati KL, dan seluruh panitia, dengan seluruh panitia, by expressing gratitude, Alhamdulillah, to God that we are in the era COVID-19 pandemic can still hold virtual meeting, the 19th ASEAN ORL Congress and the 11th National Scientific Meeting in Medan, North Sumatra. Thank you so much for this virtual present meeting, be present by our Prime Minister Indonesia, and all invitation, all members, distinguished guests, and ASEAN ORL NS to participate in the ASEAN Congress, even in this 21st until 23rd, 2021 in Medan, Indonesia. As we know, Medan City is the capital North Sumatra province. The city wears at the 2nd July 1980, 5-hour pioneers of the ENT specialists from the 5 Asian countries had agreement to establish the ASEAN ORL Federation. Then 1 year later, in 1981, the first ASEAN ORL Congress we hold at Pattaya, Thailand. And therefore, every 2 years, the Congress we hold alternate among Asian countries. The 5 pioneers there are Professor Purnaman Espandi from Indonesia, Dr. Imran Gurbachan from Malaysia, Dr. Nod Gunaratnam from Singapore, and Dr. Mariano Caparas from Philippines, and the last, Dr. Suchitra Prasangsuk from Thailand. COVID-19 pandemic has more than lasted 70 months, has changed entire arrangements of our life and impact is felt in all aspects, especially the world health, economic, technology, strategic system in all countries. Today, tens of the ASEAN ENT species countries and several invitations in the world, we are together as virtual to submit the new ENT health program, both technology and strategy, to overcome difficulties and threats of pandemic 19 and other disease impact. Let's come with the new spirit ASEAN solidarity to mutual exchange knowledge and experience to deal with all problems, and of course, cooperation and collaboration among us are the best way. The competition between us today, we will discuss together to encourage our good spirit, as our good spirit. This Congress expected to lead us the new health system, new normal, we call a new normal, to face all current and future health challenges. Pandemic COVID-19 and this virtual meeting should be spur us to go to further and more create something related in human health, such as vaccine, medicine, medical device, and health facility to deal with COVID-19 and other diseases. Some, for example, artificial intelligence and augmented reality technology have to increase develop, such as robotic, computerized 3D technology, and etc., etc. Last but not least, myself personally express my highest gratitude and appreciation to President 19 ORL Federation, my friend Dr. Barry Tan, the chairman of Perhatika L, Professor Jenny, chairman of 19 ASEAN Congress Committee, Professor Farhat, and the chairman and chairwoman of the member of study group and all committee who have worked with dedication and high spirit, so this event in orderly and running very well. Finally, for the all sponsor, also the related parties, thank you so much for the participant. Thank you so much. Happy Congress. Good luck. Maybe God always with us. Amin ya Rabbil Amin. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you very much, Dr. Sukirman, for the wonderful speech. And ladies and gentlemen, the next agenda is remark by the chairwoman of Perhatika L Indonesia. Please welcome Professor Jenny Bashiruddin, MD, ORL, HNS.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Your Excellency, Mr. Budi Gunadi Sadikin, CHFC, CLU, Indonesian Minister of Health, Ms. General Edi Rahmayadi, Governor of North Sumatra,
yang terhormat Dr. Andrina Y.M. Rambe, ORL, HNS, PhD, Head of ENT Department, University of North Sumatra.
Dr. Baritan Yaubun, ORL, HNS, President of ASEAN Otorhinolaryngological Head and Neck Federation, Dr. Sukirman Sukin, ORL, HNS, President-elect of ASEAN Otorhinolaryngological Head and Neck Federation, Professor Farhat, MD, ORL, HNS, PhD, Chairman of ASEAN ORL, HNS Congress, Dr. Daeng M. Fakih, LLB, LLM, Chairman of Indonesian Medical Association, all honorable speakers and moderators, and also professors, fellows, and ENT specialists from all over Indonesia, and all of participants. First of all, I would like to congratulate the Chairman of Committee of 19 ASEAN ORL HNS Congress in conjunction with 11 Indonesian ORL HNS scientific meeting. Despite all of obstacles and difficulties that we are facing during pandemic, Alhamdulillah, we are still able to conduct this big event and finally reach this opening session. The theme of this Congress is come with a new spirit of ASEAN solidarity. And as we know, this event was organized by Association of ORL HNS specialists from ASEAN countries, namely Indonesia, Malaysia, Singapore, Philippines, Thailand, Brunei Darussalam, Vietnam, Laos, Myanmar, and Cambodia, under the flag of friendship, unity, and solidarity. We should proud that our ASEAN region having many skillful experts, and we can have many good friends for discussion, sharing and updating the knowledge, and I consider this as one strong point that we should maintain and take advantage of in a good way for the sake of patient and knowledge. We hope that all participants can broaden their horizon, improve competence, and open future research opportunities. This significant event is one of the efforts to increase the knowledge of ASEAN ORL HNS members, especially Indonesia, considering that there are still many things that need further discussion and research. There are still many ORL HNS health problems in Indonesia that require the hard work of all of us. I hope that this event can discuss current developing knowledge and research opportunities in the future. I would also like to express my gratitude towards all sponsors who support and help organize this event, and to all professors, my fellow colleagues, my friends, and all participants. Even though not all of us able to meet and greet each other directly, I do hope that this Congress will be successfully and achieve the main purpose to increase the standard of specialist doctor education and increase the competency and equality of ORL HNS specialists in Southeast Asian region, and also strengthen the friendship and communication among us. Wish you all an expeditious and successful Congress. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you.
Thank you for your welcoming speech, Professor Jenny. Moving on, I welcome Professor Yang Sun-cho, Chairman Board of Directors, Korean Society of Otorhinolaryngology, Head and Surgery. Professor Yang Sun-cho, please welcome.
Dear President and the members of the Organizing Committee, dear colleagues and friends, on behalf of Korean Society of Oral HNS, congratulations on the 19th ASEAN Oral HNS Congress. I'd like to express my sincere gratitude and respect to the Organizing Committee for hosting the Congress and exchanging the latest academic information despite the COVID-19 pandemic that we are all experiencing for almost 2 years. ASEAN Federation and the Korean Society of Oral HNS have been steadily continuing changes since we signed on MOU in April 2018. Although we have become very accustomed to online events, I really miss the good days when we could not only exchange the latest academics, but also build our friendships while traveling freely. I would like to thank Professor Sobin, the President of the Congress, and the members of the Organizing Committee for the excellent preparation of this Congress, and also for inviting me to give a congratulatory message. I'm sorry that many members from Korean Society are unable to attend in the Congress face-to-face. We look forward to returning to the daily life of 2 years ago as soon as possible, and I hope that this Congress will be a valuable place to gather our wisdom for overcoming the pandemic era that we are now facing in the field of otorhinolaryngology. Thank you, and best wishes for a successful Congress.
Thank you, Professor Yang Sun-cho, for speech and insight. Ladies and gentlemen, now this is the high time for us to listen speech from the President of ASEAN ORL HNS Federation. Ladies and gentlemen, we welcome Mr. Baritan MD ORL HNS.
Ladies and gentlemen, a very good morning. My name is Dr. Barry Tan. I'm the president of the ASEAN Otorhinolaryngological Head and Neck Federation. It gives me great pleasure to welcome you to the 19th edition of the ASEAN Oral Head and Neck Surgery Congress. This is a biennial congress. This year, it is being organized by our colleagues in Indonesia. We wish very much that we could be physically together in Indonesia, in Medan, where this Congress is being organized. Unfortunately, we are still living in the midst of the COVID-19 pandemic. And because of that, many of our international borders have been closed and travels have been restricted. As a result, we will not be able to meet physically for this 19th edition. All going well, hopefully the COVID-19 pandemic will pass and we will be able to meet again together for the 20th edition of the ASEAN Oral Head and Neck Surgery Congress. Nonetheless, I commend the organizing committee for pressing on and organizing the 19th edition of the ASEAN Oral Head and Neck Surgery Congress as an online virtual congress. It still gives us the opportunity to meet up, to interact, to share in our academic learning, and to maintain friendships. So with that, I'd like to pay particular commendation to my fellow colleagues and organizing committee in the ASEAN Federation, especially our Indonesian colleagues who have been able to take this adversity, turn it into a challenge, and continue to press on to organize this wonderful Congress. In particular, I'd like to thank Professor Sokiman Sokin, who is the President-elect of the ASEAN Otorhinolaryngological Head and Neck Federation, for he takes on the role of the President after I step down at this Congress. I would like to also congratulate Professor Jenny Bashiruddin, who is the Chairman of the Indonesian ENT Society, as well as Professor Fahad, who is the Chairman of this 19th ASEAN Oral Head and Neck Surgery Congress, and Professor Trimatani, who is the Chairwoman of the Collegium in Indonesia. Your perseverance and bravery in organizing and pressing on with this virtual Congress speaks volumes about your commitment to academic learning, as well in terms of your commitment to friendships forged within our ASEAN community. I want to thank you for giving us this platform to meet together and to retain these friendships after 2 years of not having met each other. So ladies and gentlemen, even though COVID-19 has threatened to separate us, join me in welcoming in this current new spirit of ASEAN solidarity, as mentioned in the theme of this 19th ASEAN Oral Head and Neck Surgery Congress, which is come with a new spirit of ASEAN solidarity. We shall not be defeated by COVID-19, but instead we shall persevere. Ladies and gentlemen, I wish you all a wonderful 3 days ahead in the ASEAN Congress. I'm sure we will learn a lot in the academic learning and in the various lectures that we will be listening to. And although we will not have the beauty of being able to shake hands and sing songs together on social night, but nonetheless, our friendships will remain strong. And I'm confident that in a few years' time, when the COVID-19 pandemic settles and we are able to mix again physically face-to-face, we will remember this season. And we will remember it not just with sadness at the problems that it has created, but also look back with optimism at the perseverance that we as a healthcare fraternity persevered throughout this COVID-19 pandemic. May I wish each and every one of you a safe time and continued perseverance as you serve your communities as we all battle the COVID-19 pandemic and we serve our patients to the best of our abilities. Ladies and gentlemen, have a wonderful Congress and God bless. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much, Dr. Baritan, for the speech. Hopefully we can fight this pandemic together so that we can attend the next meeting, the next event as usual. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to invite Dr. Daeng M. Fakih, SHMH, General Chair of the Indonesian Doctors Association, to give his speech. Dr. Daeng, time is yours.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you to each and every one of you for being here with us today. It is my great pleasure to welcome you all to the 19th Asian Otorhinolaryngology Head and Neck Surgery Congress and 11 Indonesian Scientific Meeting. We are very grateful to the Perhati Sumatera Utara for their support and hosting this event, and to the Congress Organizing Committee, particularly Dr. Sukirman Sukin and Professor Farhat as chairman, whose members have put together an engaging program. Alhamdulillah, praise and gratitude we pray to Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. We can come together this morning virtually, even though this Congress is held virtually, but it doesn't lessen the significance of our togetherness this morning. And first, I would like to greet the invitees today, the Honorable Mr. Director General of Health Services, Ministry of Health, Republic of Indonesia, Mr. Professor Abdul Qadir, and the second, Board of Directors of Haji Adam Malik Hospital, the third, speakers of the webinar, and all invitees who attend this morning, and of course, ladies and gentlemen. During the pandemic COVID-19, every provinces and areas in Indonesia grapples with the immediate need of this public health crisis. We have been through this pandemic at the expense of so many things. And now we have already seen the decreasing of the amount of COVID-19 cases. But it doesn't mean that now we can be careless and loosen up our control. There are always two sides to everything, including the COVID-19 pandemic, both as a challenge and as an opportunity for the future. And this, of course, forces us to not only adapt, but also transform. One of which is by increasing the use of information technology. As we all know, also the COVID-19 viruses doesn't stop at borders. So us as Asian countries should fight together and create coordinated strategies to fight the viruses and its economic impact as well, because fighting together is much more effective than going it alone. And this corresponds with our term, come with a new spirit of Asian solidarity. Of course, to achieve our shared vision and mission, we need to unify goals, close strength, make determination, and work together in a solid teamwork. Support from all relevant officials, various existing stakeholders, and all health practitioners, including ENT specialists, are essential. Our goal is to provide the best for society. And I think this event is a very great platform for us to share our ideas, knowledge, and experience to prepare us for the future. I look forward to hearing your discussion and learning from your insight. Thank you, and Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you, Dr. Daeng, for your
Assalamualaikum
inspiring
warahmatullahi
speech.
wabarakatuh. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we know, we followed this event virtually because of pandemic, but we hope it does not reduce our enthusiasm for participating in this event. So, to create a sense of togetherness for all of us, we will present you the culture of North Sumatra. There are 8 origin ethnics in North Sumatra. They are Malay, Batak Toba, Simalungun, Karo, Mandailing, Pakpak, Pesisir, and Nias. And here we present you 7 ethnic traditional dance of North Sumatra. Ladies and gentlemen, please enjoy it.
isena dikenang si bayong nalolong losung ni pidoli dongan-dongan tumbuh salapan indah luna dongan-dongan janji tanah sadoli dongan-dongan tumbuh kahalap do jadina dongan-dongan endeng mi endeng si tukul mi dong-dong isena dikena si bayong nalolong endeng mi endeng si uruk si alang isena dikenang si doli parjalang endeng mi endeng si tukul ni dong-dong isena dikenang si bayong nalolong endeng mi endeng si uruk si alang isena dikenang si doli parjalang.
Our Sumatra dance. Thank you very much for the great performance. Well, ladies and gentlemen, next this is speech and guidance from the Hot Minister of Republic Indonesia that will delivered by General Director of Directorate General of Health Service at Indonesia Ministry of Health. And we expect to be pleased to open this event officially. For Professor Abdul Qadir MD, ORL HNS PhD, time is yours, please.
Thank you. President of Asian Otorhinolaryngology Head and Neck Federation, President-elect of Asian Otorhinolaryngological Head and Neck Federation, distinguished participants, ladies and gentlemen, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning to all of you. I am very pleased to meet you virtually in the 19th Asian Otorhinolaryngology Head and Neck and Surgery Congress conjunction with the 11th Indonesian Otorhinolaryngology scientific meeting today. I have the honor to deliver this remark on behalf of the Minister of Health Republic of Indonesia, Mr. Budi Gunadi Sadikin. He really would love to be here, but he is in the United States right now. He sends his best regard because he is very committed to otorhinolaryngology head and neck issue. I am also appreciate of the committee for their effort to organize this event with the theme "Come with a New Spirit of Asian Solidarity." It is gratifying did note that the agenda is the meeting covers a wide range of otorhinolaryngology head and neck problems. Ladies and gentlemen, hearing loss and deafness are important health problems in Indonesia and need attention from the government and the public, including medical profession. Over 5% of the world population, or around 430 million people, require rehabilitation to address their disabling hearing loss. It's estimated that by 2050, over 700 million people, or 1 of every 10 people, will have disabling hearing loss. Disabling hearing loss refers to hearing loss greater than 35 decibels in the better hearing ear. Nearly around 80% of the people with disabling hearing loss live in low and middle income countries. The prevalence of hearing loss increases with age. Among those other than 60 years, over 25% are affected by disabling hearing loss. Ladies and gentlemen, if hearing loss problem keeps continuing, it will further reduce the quality of human resources and reduce competitiveness between countries. It can even add to the burden of the country, with losses reaching around 750 billion US dollar per year for each country. This reference also is based on research that has been carried out by the World Health Organization. Based on this fact, we need to encourage people to care about ears to prevent this issue. Actually, ladies and gentlemen, Ministry of Health target hearing loss to be reduced to 90% by 2030. 5 types of policy and strategy for overcoming hearing loss in achieving the target age. 1. How to mobilize and empower people to live healthy lives so they can avoid this risk factor. And also increasing public access to quality health services through strengthening human resources and standardizing services. And also how to improve partnership with cross-program, cross-sector, and related stakeholders, and organizing surveillance by integrating into non-communicable disease surveillance system in health services facility and the community. Through this strategy, we really hope that reduce number of hearing loss by 2030. Ladies and gentlemen, the shared commitment and responsibility of all stakeholders is essential to ensuring the successful reducing number of hearing loss and deafness. Therefore, I express my highest appreciation to the Asian Otorhinolaryngological Head and Neck Federation and also to Indonesian Otorhinolaryngological Head and Neck Society and all related partners who have supported the implementation of this Congress. In addition, at the regional and global level, strengthening collaboration between countries is very important. I believe that by working together, building on our strategies, and allocating sufficient resources, we can achieve better result of otorhinolaryngology head and neck in the Southeast Asia region and globally. Once more, thank you for all of you. Thank you very much for your attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you very much, Professor Abdul Qadir, for the speech and being pleasure to open this event. And ladies and gentlemen, now we will listen and look on the flashback moments by one of the founders of ASEAN URL HNS. And for Professor Emeritus Dr. Suchitra Prasansuk, welcome, please.
Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Thank you to all the organizing committee to invite me to give a very short speech at this important inaugural of the 19th ASEAN OIL Head and Neck Federation in Medan, Indonesia. I'm very happy indeed for this event. I had hoped to come to here by person since the ASEAN OIL Head and Neck Federation was founded in 1980 in Medan, this beautiful city. But anyhow, I cannot come in person, but my heart is here with you. Among that, 5 of the founders members, you will recognize Professor Purnaman S. Pandi, a great professor from Indonesia, Dr. Kerbachan, Imran Kerbachan from Malaysia, and Dr. Kunaratnam from Singapore, Dr. Kaparas, Mariano Capalas from Philippines, and myself. The 5 people get together here on the occasion of the Indonesian OIL Head and Neck meeting in Medan. And we are far-sighted to see that the ASEAN Head and Neck, OIL Head and Neck should be formed here in Medan, and we can work together to foster the knowledge and the linkage among our friends and friends of the ASEAN countries. At that time, we have only 5 nations. That's why 5 founders in the ASEAN Federation. After the first inauguration in Pattaya, Thailand in 1981, in that meeting, we have more than 30 countries joining the first inauguration, and the founder members, as far-sighted, thought that head and neck is also important. So we add ASEAN OIL Head and Neck Federation after the first Congress. I'm very pleased to see the growing and flourishing of our ASEAN Federation. It has been a very good example of the people working in the field of ear, nose, and throat, head and neck, that we join together very well, culturally, friendly, and everything. So congratulations for this 19 ASEAN OIL Head and Neck Congress held in Medan. And thank you for the organizing committee to organize this wonderful meeting. Even though I cannot come in person, as I said, my heart is with you all. And I would like to say that our ASEAN countries has done so much in the knowledge of ear, nose, throat, head and neck. Particularly, Ministry of Health is just saying about the importance of the good hearing to prevent hearing impairment and deafness among people in the rural area and in developing countries. I'm very happy to say under the umbrella of the ASEAN OIL, we have also formed the Academy of Neuro-Auto-Audiology, which covered also hearing and balance. And Hearing International is also charity organization joining among the ASEAN centers, many centers in Indonesia, 3 centers. And also in China and India and many other countries. So we are working very hard together with the World Health Organization, with the Bangkok Center where I used to work there before at Siriraj Hospital. After 20 years or 25 years, I'm happy to announce that the World Health Organization has also already established the World Hearing Day, the 3rd of March each year, that we will do the anything to help with the people who can be help prevent hearing impairment and deafness. And also World Hearing Forum has been established at the level of World Health Organization. So I would like to mention here that it is very important that we as the ENT specialists, particularly otologists, to work together to help the world to better hearing. For Hearing International, we will have the Hearing International Centers meeting and hands-on hearing and balance at Pattaya, Thailand, January 17, 18, and 19 next year. So please join us. We will have a very good hands-on practical point for hearing and balance. Finally, I would like to thanks again to the organizing committee, our friends, Dr. Baritan, and the new president, Professor Sokin, and the organizing committee who has organized this meeting so well. Congratulations. Thank you very much. Congratulations.
Thank you very much, Professor Emeritus Dr. Suchitra Prasansuk. Ladies and gentlemen, at the end of this opening ceremony service, here we showed you the lifetime achievement ORL HNS specialists who contribute in their respective fields, delivered by the chairwoman of Perhatika L Indonesia, Professor Jenny Bashiruddin. Time is yours, please.
Thank you. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Dear all participants, allow me to speak in Bahasa Indonesia because this is a lifetime achievement for Indonesian seniors and we have appreciation. Pada kesempatan ini, PP Perhati akan memberikan penghargaan Lifetime Achievement Award. Tujuan pemberian penghargaan Lifetime Achievement Award adalah untuk membiasakan kita memberikan apresiasi kepada para senior kita yang merupakan panutan, role model, dan yang mengantarkan kita sampai kita dapat sukses seperti sekarang ini. Ternyata banyak para senior dari seluruh cabang Perhatika L di Indonesia yang banyak berperan atas kemajuan keilmuan di bidang THT baik secara nasional atau di daerahnya, baik yang masih aktif maupun yang sudah mendahului kita. Kita tentunya wajib dan sangat senang memberi penghargaan dan apresiasi kepada beliau-beliau. Berikut adalah bidang pendidikan dan penelitian yang dicapai antara lain adalah pembukaan sentra-sentra pendidikan ilmu kesehatan THTKL di sentranya, pengembangan ilmu kesehatan THTKL di daerahnya masing-masing, pengembangan keilmuan kelompok studi, di antaranya adalah onkologi, audiovestibuler, rinologi, alergi imunologi, otologi, bronkoesofagologi, laring-faring, dan alergi imunologi. Bidang pengabdian masyarakat adalah pengembangan organisasi profesi Perhatika L, berperan dalam kancah internasional membawa nama Indonesia, pembuatan logo Perhatika L, penciptaan himne Perhati, berbagai bakti kesehatan di daerah dan pelayanan kesehatan spesialisasi di daerahnya. Berikut saya bacakan penghargaan kepada senior yang berjasa dalam pengembangan ilmu kesehatan THTKL di Indonesia. Di antaranya adalah dari cabang Aceh, Dr. Harusli Ali, spesialis THTKL, Dr. Beni Kurnia, spesialis THTKL konsultan, Letkol Purnawirawan Dr. H. Mansur Yatim, spesialis THTKL, dari cabang Sumatera Utara, Profesor Dr. Farhad M. Ket, spesialis THTKL, Profesor Dr. Adenan Adenin, spesialis THTKL, Dr. Erwin L. Taubing, spesialis THTKL, Dr. Asrul Abud, spesialis THTKL, dan Profesor Dr. Ramzi Lutan, spesialis THTKL konsultan. Dari cabang Banten, Dr. Sukirman Sukin, spesialis THTKL konsultan. Dari DKI Jakarta, Profesor Dr. Hendarto Henarnim, spesialis THTKL konsultan. Profesor Dr. Bambang Hermani, spesialis THTKL konsultan. Dr. Damayanti Sucipto, spesialis THT konsultan. Profesor Dr. Nurhaiti Iskandar, spesialis THTKL konsultan. Profesor Dr. Helmi, spesialis THTKL konsultan. Dari Jawa Barat, Dr. Hasan Busoiri, spesialis THTKL. Dr. Med Dr. Ayu Bulan Trisna Jelantik, spesialis THTKL. Profesor Dr. Iwin Sumarman, spesialis THTKL konsultan. Dr. H. Empu Drianto, MM, spesialis THTKL. Dari cabang Jateng Utara, Profesor Dr. H. Bambang Sugeng Sunarso, spesialis THTKL konsultan. Dr. Pradipto Lunggono, spesialis THTKL konsultan. Dr. Tris Sudiartono, spesialis THT. Dari cabang Solo, Dr. Hairul Hamzah, spesialis THTKL. Profesor Dr. Muharjo, DEH, spesialis THTKL konsultan. Dr. Sudarman, spesialis THTKL konsultan. Dari Jatim Utara, Profesor Dr. H. Widodo Aryo Kencono, spesialis THTKL konsultan. Dari Perhati cabang Jatim Selatan, Dr. H. Lukmantia, spesialis THTKL. Cabang Kaltim Tara, Dr. Suhartono, spesialis THTKL. Cabang Sulawesi Utara, Dr. Margareta Tikwalu, spesialis THTKL. Cabang Gorontalo, Dr. Ziad Ahmad, spesialis THT. Cabang Sulsera, Profesor Dr. Seja Widada, spesialis THTKL konsultan. Dr. R. Boy Afandi, spesialis THTKL konsultan. Dr. Titus Taba, spesialis THTKL. Dari cabang Bali NTT, Dr. Putu Wiryawasna, spesialis THTKL konsultan. Profesor Dr. W. Suwardana, spesialis THTKL konsultan. Dr. Iwayan Sudana, spesialis THTKL konsultan. Dan dari Perhati KL cabang NTB, Dr. Markus Rambu, spesialis THTKL konsultan. Terima kasih kepada cabang-cabang yang telah memberikan penghargaan dan apresiasi kepada para seniornya. Kalau tidak demikian, mungkin kita semua tidak tahu bahwa beliau-beliau berperan di cabangnya dan memajukan ilmu kesehatan THT di daerahnya. Mari kita lihat bersama rangkaian video yang sudah dipersiapkan oleh panitia. Wabillahi taufik wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Dengan memberi penghargaan kepada para senior kita tentu akan terus melanjutkan perjuangan-perjuangan beliau untuk memajukan ilmu THTKL ke depan. Terima kasih. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we have enjoyed all agendas, and now we are at the end of this opening ceremony service. And don't forget to visit our virtual exhibition that you can access every time. Coming up next, plenary session 2, please stay tuned. I am Ayu Juwita as your master of ceremony. I apologize for any mistake and mispronouncings. Thank you very much for your joining and your nice attention. Good afternoon. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Horas!